Hi and welcome to tonight's bout, and this is going to be a last man standing match. 8 WCW Legends are going to take part in this, and coming down to the ring first off is Diamond Dallas Page. It's going to be an interesting fight, no doubt about it. There will be weapons in the ring, and that will add to the spiciness of the occasion. So let's see how this pans out. And here's the second participant, and it's Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner. So these first two men are going to lock up together, Diamond Dallas Page and Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner. And wait, who's this coming in now? It's Kevin Nash. Big sexy Kevin Nash. One of the outsiders. One of the formative members of the NWO. He's coming down now into the ring to take on DDP and Scott Steiner. And the fourth person coming down to the ring now is Scott Hall. It's Razor Ramon. You may know him as, or Scott Hall. So some big powerful men in the ring so far. And now who's coming in next? It's Sting! Sting is the next man into the ring. Sting, pretty much a bona fide WCW legend. And he's going to be looking to try and make his mark on this bout. It's going to be very interesting to see what he can do in this fight. And the next man in is Raven. Raven, who led Raven's Flock legendarily towards the late 90s, 98, 97, 98, 99 era in WCW. And a great man that he was, a great wrestler, very technical wrestler, very good. And who's this next coming up? It's the Giant, Paul White. The Giant, latterly known as the Big Show in WWE, but in WCW he was Paul White, the Giant. And also coming into the ring we have Rick Steiner, meeting up with his brother now, the dog-faced gremlin, Rick Steiner. And I think that rounds it off. I think that rounds off the 8 men that are going to be in the ring right now. And starting off is Scott Hall against Rick Steiner. You can see the weapons in the ring there. You've got a hammer, you've got a sickle, you've got a light bar, and it looks like a fork as well. So, okay, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. How these people are going to make use of these things. Rick Steiner going for an early dropkick but completely missed, and he tags in Raven. Oh, and Scott Hall goes after Steiner, and then Raven with the punches to the face now. And wow, this is just going to be a fascinating bout, I think. All of these WCW legends in here. Scott Hall tags in DDP, and then they both go to work on Raven with a big slam down. But Raven retaliates, and now he's looking over to tag in Sting. Oh, but DDP kicks them both over, but then they come both back at him and pick him up and slang him down. And but DDP's tagging in Scott Steiner now, and he's instantly going for a oh look at that! That's a fantastic move. It was like a hanging suplex that turned into a pile driver. But then the Giant and Sting pick him up and throw him down. So some pretty big moves early on in this fight here. Scott Steiner backs away and tags in Kevin Nash, and then the two of them try to go to work on Paul White, but no, they're both kicked over. And And the Giant still working on Nash now. But he's punched in the gut and punched in the face. And then punched in the face and again, and he tries to retaliate. And oh, and he wins that one. And jeez. Nash with the big elbows to the back of the Giant. And the Giant now looking to try and impose his authority over Nash. But oh, there's a big boot. A big boot from Nash on the Giant. But then a big slap from the Giant back, and it's quite even between those two. But the Giant tags out, and in comes Scott Hall. You may know him as Razor Ramon, but Scott Hall, I'll refer to him as for the rest of this bout. And he's looking to come back onto the Giant here. And Paul White is moving back and tags back in Rick Steiner. Rick Steiner. Oh, he's been it's like a running DDT. But there's a good fall-away slam. And Rick Steiner tries to climb up to the top rope, but is cut down by Scott Hall. Oh, and there's a big move there. Slams Scott Hall into the canvas. Tried to start to climb the rope and then failed. But look at that, and there's another. It's kind of a version of the pile driver, but look at this. Oh, Scott Hall on DDP now with working again on Rick Steiner, and then DDP with a diamond cutter. Well, there's questions here now. Can Rick Steiner keep going, or here comes Sting? And DDP looking to take control of this match now. Sting picks him up and throws him down. And then again a DDT on DDP. He drags him out a little bit. Can he get him into a situation where he can do something important on him? I don't know. There's a backwards slam. DDP walks away and tags in Scott Steiner. So Scott Steiner and DDP slam down Sting, and now it's big pump. Oh, with a big clothesline on Sting. And another one! And the referee's looking to count here. It's only a 4 count. Sting tags in the Giant again. And the Giant looks to go to work on Scott Steiner. Scott Steiner looking a bit tired now, but no, he picks up the Giant and throws him away. Meanwhile, what's going on in the other corner of the ring there? I don't know. There's a bit of interference, I think, but anyway, back to the main contest. Big Pump trying to attack Paul White, but no. And now the Giant, and now Kevin Nash on the Giant, and a big clothesline. As the Giant tries to move away and tags in the Raven. Raven with the snap suplex on Kevin Nash, and then throws him away into the corner. Will he try and tag out? Doesn't for the time being. And a big slam by Nash on Raven. Nobody using the weapons as yet in the ring, which is a surprise. And Nash. Oh, look at that! And he's pulled Raven over onto the canvas, and I think onto the fork, and that's onto the fork there that's in the ring already, and that's caused Raven to bust open and start bleeding. You can see the blood now starting to pool in the ring there, wherever Raven goes, really. But Raven now with the hammer. Oh, but no. He almost tried to take advantage of having the hammer to hit DDP, but DDP with a diamond cutter again on Raven. He drags Raven out into the ring a little bit. Raven bleeding quite heavily, I think, now. But he tags in the Giant. Raven needs to get out of there because he is bleeding quite severely at this point. Oh, DDP just pulls the Giant down. The Giant's having none of it. Kick to the back. Oh, and he's flexing. The Giant now might be looking to do something important. Ah, but no, DDP hits him with a suplex. Clothesline, sorry. Oh, and then a suplex. And now look, everyone's storming into the ring now to try and protect the Giant from Big Papa Pump. And the Giant picks him up and slams him down. The Giant with stomps. And oh! Massive move from Big Papa Pump there. Did not expect to see that kind of strength to pick up the Giant and, you know, do that sort of move on in fair play. But the Giant quickly onto Big Papa Pump, picks him up, and then a massive choke slam. Scott Steiner could be out. 8, 9, 10, and that's it. And the Giant wins with the fucking incredible, massive choke slam on Big Papa Pump. What a great match that was. Raven had to get out of there because he was bleeding quite heavily. But the Giant uses all of his power to slam Big Papa Pump into the canvas, knock him out, and take the win. Thanks for watching. See you next time.